All right, let's talk former First Lady Michelle Obama. She had a very powerful confession that she struggled with imposter syndrome and has doubted her accomplishments is essentially what it is. So she's went ahead and encouraged young women, and especially women of color, to get the demons out of their head and begin to believe they are good enough. She went on to say she's been at every powerful table imaginable and that the people across from her, they aren't that smart. Seems like a very empowering story to share, a little anecdote to say, hey, look, everybody, it might seem insurmountable and you can't get there, but trust me, I've been there.
Yeah,
you belong.
I love this, and it's so inspiring. It's so
inspiring.
real.
That's a good word.
That's why people love her, and it means so much to me to also be like another little black girl from the South Side of Chicago, and to reach the level of success that she has and the dreams fulfilled that she has had.
Gives you something to shoot for, right?
It gives you something to shoot for, but it also makes you feel like it's possible. I think all of us, especially us as minorities, and then double minorities, you know, I think you do have that question mark in your head. Am I good enough? It's always there.
Yeah.
Man, is it good to hear Michelle Obama talk about this, right? I think someone who just seems so powerful and so together all the time say that she struggles with this too. I think that's so good to hear. I've been believing this for a couple of years now. I remember Steve Jobs had a really powerful quote where he's like, look around at everything in the world and just know that no one is smarter than you that created this stuff. Like, you are so capable too.
Yeah.
And it's easy to think that these people that are ahead of you or higher than you are smarter and more capable, but it's actually not true. They're just the people who followed their dreams and who maybe worked really hard to do it. So I think it's so good to hear this.
Yeah, and look, she's at the optimum level. She's at the apex of the mountain, you know, so she's been to the highest of highs.
Yeah.
We at this table, we've had measured success. We've achieved wins in our own rights. And, you know, for me to, I mean, look, we're on TV in Chicago. That's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
So when I go and speak to younger children at grade schools and stuff, I say, hey, I never thought what my skill set would be something worthwhile to be on TV. And when you get there, you're like, oh, I belong. Everyone else I see doing this, I can do this. So Michelle Obama got to great heights, and I think it's even inspiring to us sitting here like, okay, so we can do more because we belong. And I think once you're not afraid to fail and you start to believe in yourself, you can achieve great things. And for me, as I continue to push through life, I start to do things and say, oh, I can do this, but you'll never know unless you try. And I think that's kind of what I take away from this from Michelle Obama. But I thought the most powerful thing was what you said, Felicia, is it allows you to dream. It allows you to think, why not me? Because I've seen somebody like me do it.
Why
and
not
I think that's
me?
huge.
And when you start to doubt yourself, because it always happens, you see even Michelle Obama does. And so it's okay. You just got to push through and be courageous and go for those dreams.
All right. Well, we are in the holiday season, everybody, and traveling can be more stressful, not just on the roads, but of course in the air as well. Let's add one more stress to that. How about airplane etiquette? You guys have good airplane etiquette?
Okay.
Sort
what
of.
you mean
Okay, well, I'll break it down for you. Do you believe that you have the right to recline your seats? They can recline, but should you recline?
Of course, it exists. Why can't you? I always get nervous to do it. I'm like, this person behind me is gonna hate me, but then I push the button and just do it.
So you just go for it.
Yeah, or I'll wait. If I'm really nervous, I'll wait, and then if the person in front of me does it, then you for sure have to do it, because like if they're reclined and you're not reclined, you're super cramped. So you just gotta keep it going, and it's just like a domino effect.
Yeah, no. So this is tough for me, and I don't know why it's tough.
You both are tall. Yeah.
I don't know why it's tough. I guess
you don't recline.
I feel like you have the right. Yes, that's the seat that you bought.
But
I
non-recliner.
always feel guilty doing it. And so, like, of course, first class, when there's more room, I will. But, you know, if you're just in, I guess, regular class, coach, then I just feel bad. And it's not even anyone's fault. It's the airline's fault. Like,
they have money
shrunk.
they can.
These seats have shrunk over the last 10 years. It's getting smaller and smaller. Like, what if a guy like you was sitting behind me?
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Yeah, but people still do it, and I respect that there's people like you that exist in the airplane world, because I don't seem to find those. And when I do have to sit in the coach seat and I'm squeezed in, it's always a 5'2" woman who reclines back. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
You've literally got all this room there.
But it's their right.
But it was created
it's their seat that they bought.
Seats were created to do that.
And so because of that, I don't ever think twice. I got to try and generate as much real estate as I can on that airplane.
Yeah, you do.
So I'm trying to recline it, but also like elbow it a little bit more,
because
to even a little bit more reclined.
I'm tall.
A little bit more room.
I'm tall. I'm 5'10", and it's small to me. So you being 6'8", like My goodness.
So they recently put something, probably in the last couple of years, into the little convenience stores in the airports that have changed my life.
What?
If
What
I
is
don't
it?
get that leg room. It's a little like shot glass looking like thing, like not shot glass. You know the 5-hour energies are packaged
Yes,
in
so a little bottle.
quick little bottle shot.
Yeah.
They have something called Dream Water that they sell right next to the 5-hour energies
Yeah, what
at
does
the
it do?
airport. You take a sip, you shoot that thing down, and you are knocked out for the flight. It's an over-the-counter
really?
thing, so I think it's safe. I mean, they're
How do
selling
you
it
feel
at the airport.
afterward, though?
That
A little-
sounds
little
dangerous.
groggy when you wake up. But I use those, and again, it's a perfectly legal thing. They sell it at the airport. I use those to get me through those 3 hour
You're like,
flights.
I can't be awake for this anymore.
But
Sounds dangerous.
ultimately, we could agree though. Reclining, it's an option.
Yeah.
You should be able to do it.
It kind of
Okay,
sucks
so
for
I
everyone
shouldn't
receiving a recline.
I
but-
shouldn't
Don't feel
think
guilty.
twice about it.
Don't feel guilty.
Okay.